you're over 60 and think slowing down is normal, you're being lied to. It's not age that's stealing your strength. It's neglect, isolation, and lost purpose. But you can fight back. And today, I'll show you how to stay sharp, strong, and fully alive well beyond 80. This isn't a wake-up call. It's your survival plan. Stay with me. Your next chapter starts now. Welcome to the Spark Motivation, where we don't just talk about life, we fight for it, especially the part of life that too many people surrender, the final chapters. Today, we're diving deep into a hard truth, why most people don't make it past 80, but more importantly, how you can. This isn't about fear, it's about freedom. The kind of freedom that comes from understanding the silent killers we often ignore. Inflammation, posture collapse, isolation, brain stagnation, and the most dangerous of all, the loss of purpose. Let's make one thing clear. Aging by itself does not kill you. It's the choices you make or stop making that accelerate the decline. And by the end of this video, you won't just know what's stealing years from your life, you'll know how to take them back. Most people think aging equals pain, fatigue, and forgetfulness. But what if I told you that these aren't symptoms of aging? They're symptoms of inflammation. Chronic inflammation is a silent, relentless fire that burns behind the scenes. It doesn't scream. It whispers through brain fog, stiff joints, poor sleep, and constant fatigue. And because it's quiet, people ignore it until it's too late. Imagine this. You're in your 60s and your knees ache, your energy dips, and your thoughts feel foggy. You tell yourself it's normal, but normal is not the same as healthy. That discomfort, that's your body's distress signal. Inflammation attacks your heart, your brain, your joints, even your ability to heal. It sets the stage for heart disease, cancer, Alzheimer's, and autoimmune disorders. But here's the good news. Inflammation is not destiny. It's a result of daily habits, and habits can change. So, what's the solution? Eat for function. Choose whole foods, berries, leafy greens, wild salmon, turmeric, olive oil. These are not trends, they are tools. Move daily. You don't need a gym. A 10-minute walk after meals reduces inflammation. Sleep deeply. Your brain clears inflammatory waste during deep sleep. Manage stress. Chronic stress equals chronic inflammation. Breathe deeply. Meditate. Journal. Reclaim your calm. Inflammation isn't your fate, but if ignored, it will become your future. Here's a second silent killer: physical collapse. Most elderly people don't lose their independence from disease. They lose it from gradual physical erosion. Their posture caves in. Their core stops firing. Their balance fades. And suddenly, they're relying on walkers, furniture, or canes to stand up. But what really happened? They sat too long. They stopped moving. Their muscles didn't die. They fell asleep. Posture affects more than how you look. It affects how you breathe, how you digest, how you think. When your chest collapses, your lungs compress. When your head juts forward, your spine strains. And when your spine rounds, your brain function declines. Here's the truth. Posture isn't just about the body. It's also about the mind. Weak posture leads to weak confidence. You feel smaller, less seen, less important, and the world responds accordingly. But you can reverse it. Start with breath. Breathe into your belly. Open your chest. Realign your spine with slow, gentle movements like wall angels, glute bridges, chin tucks, and thoracic extensions. These aren't workouts. They're reminders to your nervous system. I'm still here. I still care. We live in the most connected time in history. And yet people over 60 are vanishing into silence, not physically, but emotionally. They stop reaching out. They stop being seen. They shrink their social circles and call it peace. But it's not peace. It's a kind of slow starvation. According to the National Institute on Aging, social isolation increases the risk of early death by up to 30%. That's not loneliness. That's biology. Let me ask you, when was the last time you laughed so hard your eyes watered? When was the last time someone asked you how you were and waited for the real answer? If you can't remember, it's time to reconnect. Reconnecting isn't about age, it's about effort. Join a book club, start a walking group, volunteer at a shelter, mentor a young person. These aren't hobbies. They are medicine. Emotional, spiritual, biological medicine. Because when you're seen, your cells respond. Your brain sharpens. Your immune system strengthens. Your mood lifts. You matter. And your body knows it. They say if you don't use it, you lose it. Nowhere is this more true than in your brain. Most people blame aging for forgetfulness, slow thinking, and fog. But it's not aging, it's stagnation. The brain doesn't break down because of time. It breaks down because it's no longer challenged. When was the last time you learned something new, solved a difficult problem, struggled to grasp a new concept? That struggle is your brain's gym, and just like muscles, your brain atrophies if you stop using it. That crossword puzzle might feel smart, but it's maintenance, not growth. Growth comes from discomfort. Here's how to reclaim your mind. Use your non-dominant hand for daily tasks. Learn a new skill: coding, drawing, dancing, playing an instrument. Memorize phone numbers, quotes, stories. Debate. Think critically. Ask questions. Take classes that stretch you. Philosophy, music theory, foreign languages. Vision. Movement also sharpens cognition. Tai Chi, yoga, martial arts. These challenge both brain and body. They keep your neural circuits firing, and that keeps your memories, your identity, your life intact. The most dangerous killer isn't inflammation or posture collapse. It's not even isolation or brain fog. It's something more silent, more subtle, more lethal. It's the loss of purpose. When most people retire, they don't just stop working, they stop staring, they stop choosing, they stop being the main character in their own life. And slowly, the body follows. Muscles weaken, focus fades, sleep declines, hormones plummet. The body reads the lack of direction and says, we're done. But here's the truth. You are not done. You're just drifting. And you can choose to come back. So ask yourself, what still excites your curiosity? Who still needs your wisdom? What story are you still writing? Purpose doesn't need to be grand. You don't need to save the world. You just need a reason to rise. Examples of purpose at any age: gardening with love and attention, mentoring someone who needs your story, writing your life lessons for your grandkids, calling a friend every Sunday to check in. Your nervous system is listening. If it hears we have a mission, it switches back on. Healing improves, clarity returns, strength follows. You don't lose years because you're aging. You lose them because you stop fighting for them. You don't live to 90 by accident. You don't stay sharp and strong in your 80s because of luck. You do it by rejecting the slow death of comfort, routine, and mental retreat. If you're over 60, this is not the wind down phase. This is your final masterpiece. Create it with intensity, stand taller, think deeper, move better, connect harder, live louder. The clock doesn't stop, but neither do you, because your story isn't done until you say it is. Share this message with someone who needs to hear it. Comment below. What's your purpose right now? Subscribe to the Spark Motivation for weekly reminders that aging is not the end. It's the edge of your greatest beginning.